Big win for this hockey club here tonight. Obviously, had won the last 5 games here. What are your overall thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it's one of those games like a playoff game essentially. I mean, it comes down to who's going to make more mistakes, and we were able to capitalize on the power play there, and then get the empty netter to seal the game.
It had been a few games too since the power play got a goal as well. I think it was a goal for the 11 or whatever it was. And this team has gone stretches where the power play it's kind of struggled to say the least here. And how is it able to come back around where you guys are able to score? Do you think it's just bad puck luck, or you think you just?
It's a mixture of both. A little bit of it's trying to be too cute, like trying to make the perfect play, and versus just getting pucks to the net and trying to create those second chances at the net. And I think that's what we did tonight, and it worked out.
Obviously, the guy like Matt Love coming back in lineup, he's been part of that power play. That whole play was a very pretty passing play. Take us through it.
Yeah, it's a good play. Luff makes it a good seam pass to Taco, draws a few guys over there, and opened up the middle for a little high tip there, and it worked out.
This game against Iowa, I mean, they're last place in the division, but they're still in the playoff race. How does Coach Watson, obviously the veterans in this room, kind of try to stay focused and realize, hey, no matter who we're playing, no matter where they're at in the stands, it's an important game?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the season, any game can cost you the season, right? So we're treating it like the playoffs. We're going to treat these games like the playoffs. It's a good test for us to have these games going into the playoffs.
What is some things that for tomorrow night's game, knowing you get going against Iowa again, that you guys are going to want to replicate, really control the game?
Yeah, just keeping pucks behind their D. I feel like when we try to make plays in front of their D, that's when we get into trouble. So when we can give them lay pucks into their zone and get pucks behind their D, that's when we're effective.
Gross, big win for this hockey club here tonight. Obviously, a few losses in a row here, but getting back on the winning track, trying to stay up there with Milwaukee and stay ahead of Texas. How big was this victory?
Yeah, obviously every win's big this time of year. Last couple months are always most important hockey. It's kind of like the little playoffs before playoffs kind of starts. When everybody starts getting there in the standings where you're at and stuff, and every game kind of matters. Especially separating yourself from some of the teams and trying to catch some of the teams. So yeah, it was a big win for us to get right back on track.
Obviously, you took a hit there towards the end of the first period, kind of dinged you up a little bit. Everything all right?
Yep, everything's good. Just battled through the rest, so it's all good.
But obviously, this season, you kind of battled. Obviously, last year you had the big injury. And how have you seen your development this season as it's gone along?
I think it's been all right. I think coming back was more difficult than I thought it would be. I thought I would kind of fooled myself, thinking coming right back would be the way I kind of ended off last year, which is not the case. You got to get back into the swing of things and earn everything that comes your way and stuff. So I think that's just been my main part this year is work hard, and every opportunity I get is just trying to make the most of it, do something positive. So
how is this room different from last year? Because obviously last year was a tough season for the team, finishing near the bottom of the division. Now they're near the top, battling for a playoff spot. What's the mood like then here for this team?
Yeah, I mean, every team goes through mood swings, whether you're winning or losing. I think the biggest difference for this team is just what I've seen lately is just, we're in a spot that's in the playoffs this year compared to last year. I feel like just a more sense of urgency and maybe focus, just because we know that we got a chance this year, and we want to do something in the playoffs. And yeah, I think this group's been really focused and kind of energetic, and not too high on our highs and not too low on our lows, and just trying to keep an even keel and try to do what we can do.
Actually, this was a very odd game for you as a goaltender. You only faced 13 shots in a game. Can you remember the last time in a full 60-minute game you faced that few shots?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't happen too often, I think. With our team, we've done a good job of limiting team shots all year. Usually, whether it's Coach or myself playing, it's usually somewhere in the mid-20s. So yeah, it's even in that, I think, even low, by league standards. And then tonight we just played really well defensively. We didn't give them much, and it was a fun game as a goalie. Just kind of sit back and watch us with the puck.
Is that something that maybe you're comfortable with? Because I know some goaltenders like to get the shots on and get comfortable in the game, but it seemed like there were long stretches where you didn't see a whole lot of action.
Yeah, I think it's something that comes with experience. Early on in my career, you always wanted to see the 30, 40 shot nights, but then you learn how to deal with games on both ends of the spectrum of that, and you find different ways to keep yourself occupied during a lot of downtime and stay in the game mentally.
Are there any certain things you do? You get count sheep, or what do you do down there to stay focused?
I'll get a little bit more into the music of that they're playing in the arena, and then I just have some keys to the game. You know, whether I'm getting lots of shots or not, that I just kind of go over in my head. And when you have so much downtime and the puck's in the other end, you just kind of go over that list a few more times than you would if you're really involved in the game. So for me, it's just that, and just trying to really stay focused and be ready for the shots.
And obviously, this time of year, every game is important, no matter where a team is in the standings. Iowa came into this game and this weekend last place. But still, obviously, guys can't take a night off.
No, and this league's so different than other leagues too, where we have a lot of guys called up. Teams, you never know what roster you're going to get, and so tonight for us, we have a lot of our skilled guys who are up or out of our lineup right now. So it was a good win for our guys to really stick to the game plan for a full 60 minutes and just grind out a win. And then, on the flip side too, we don't even know, what Iowa's lineup's coming into, because, we've played them before where they've had a lot of call-ups, and so it's a very different league where you have to be ready every single night because you just don't know what you're getting.
Holding a team to 13 shots is a testament to just a team effort. Mm-hmm. What did you see as a goaltender for the team in front of you that shut their shots down, got the block shots, whatever it was?
I think we really limited the turnovers. I think, in other games this season, a lot of the other team's offense comes from whatever we give them. And tonight, we really managed the puck well. And then when we did turn the puck over, we had great structure. We always had a guy above the puck. And then limited their chances to the outside. So a lot of their plays, were one shot and done. And either we were able to retrieve the rebound or I was able to cover it and get a face-off. And again, I think we did a good job. I don't know what the numbers were, but I felt like we did a good job on face-offs tonight, especially in our D zone. So, just little things like that definitely limit the other team's offense.
When a game is coming down to the wire, outside of the 13 shots tonight, when it's 0-0, nothing's really happening. As a goaltender, what's the pressure like?
Yeah, that's one of those things that just comes from experience too, is to try and stay level the whole entire way. As a goalie, if you can approach the game the same way, whether you're up one goal, down one goal, or even, no matter what time of the game it is, then you're going to have success more often than not. So it's all about controlling your emotions and not letting your head wander, especially when you're not seeing the shots. It's very easy to let negative thoughts kind of creep into your mind, or feel a little bit more pressure when their goalie played great tonight too. You have to tip your cap to him. He made 3 or 4 saves that could have easily been goals, and we could have had a big lead going into the third. So when those types of games happen, as a goalie, you're not seeing the shots, you just have to try and stay level and find ways to keep your head from wandering and keep it in the game.
Coach, win number 300 in your coaching career.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Well, it's good. It's good. I mean, hopefully there's a lot more. But yeah, the milestones are always fun to achieve. Players love it too. And again, so some really, really good teams, some great players, some excellent staff. So it's not a one-man show by any means. You need a lot of good people around you. And I've been fortunate in Toledo and here to have great people around me.
And we'll get to the game here in a second, but all those years in Toledo, you're working under Derek, and then obviously getting to hone the craft yourself as the bench boss there, leading to this point. What have been some things that you've really learned along the way?
Be patient. This is a lot of years in Toledo, and sometimes you think, is it ever going to happen, and will I ever get an opportunity? And it's being patient, and then just making sure that you're committed to doing what's needed. Spent a lot of times in the car driving back and forth from Cleveland to Toledo, and it's all kind of got me to where I am today. But just, again, that discipline, the commitment level, and being patient.
So now going to this game here tonight, obviously great puck control by this team here. 32, 31 to 13 were the shots on goal. Very lopsided there. What do you think was the cause for all that?
I thought our defensive game was excellent. That led us to playing with the puck more, and then just executing passes or shots at the net. But I thought our defensive game, when we didn't have the puck, we had some urgency, some desperation. I thought we were aggressive but under control to get it back, and I think that kind of led us to the lopsided shot and also the victory.
Was it tough, though, going through 50, 55 minutes scoreless in a game like this? Did you feel like you guys had it in hand, or were you kind of nervous on behind the bench thinking, hey, this one goal could change this hockey game?
No, not nervous at all. Just, again, trying to be patient behind the bench, knowing that all it was probably going to take was one opportunity at that point in time. We were able to get that in the power play, which is great to see the power play come through for us in a big way, and good to see some of our experienced guys get on the board. You know, in games like this, when you're missing some high-quality players out of your lineup, you need guys to step up, and you know, you have the guys scoring the goals, getting assists, and those experienced guys stepped up for us.
You mentioned the power play goal. It was the first in a few games for this team here, and we've seen it a couple times this year where the stretches where the power play is kind of struggled at times here. Well, you know, what do you think it kind of is the reason?
It's been a roller coaster, whether it's different personnel, whether it's, you know, lack of execution, lack of work ethic at times, but I thought we were dialed in tonight for the most part. Made a change there and got Shiner out at net front at that key moment. Just we knew we were going to have to get guys traffic in front of Wallstedt. He's such a good goaltender in this league and at this level. And he did a really good job, and Lesby was able to get one through from Taco. Great pass, great play. Again, just that execution and sticking with it.
Roster shakeups between injuries and call-ups. How do you and your coaching staff kind of handle that throughout the year?
Well, I think we just manage who is sitting in this room, you know, and we hope that the guys going up are able to help Detroit, make an impact there, and we hope that the guys that aren't healthy get healthy quickly and so they can rejoin us. But we really focus on the guys that are sitting in this room, the guys that are going to be in the lineup that night, and that's our job. That's our job, is to play the guys who are here and make sure that they're dialed in and prepared to play and prepared to practice.
When a game's coming down to the wire, 0-0 late in the third period, how do you approach coaching, managing, whatever?
I think it's making sure the guys are detailed in what we have to do. Whether it's, you know, obviously, yeah, we want to score goals. We also make sure we can't get scored on. So I think just, again, the defensive detail, the habits that you have to have, it's reminders. And our guys are working tonight. There's no question about it. So as a coaching staff, we felt comfortable behind the bench. No matter what the score was tonight, we knew it was going to take one opportunity. And again, our guys stepped up in that moment.